Welcome to the podcast. We are holding the title hostage. We're gonna be talking about a very sensitive topic today. This is a serious episode. If you are looking for a funny episode, turn back now. Right now. Run! That being said, we're gonna move on to the other members of the cast today. Starting with my homie, my boy Slice, my homie Sickle Trey. Say hi, Trey.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Time for Kenzie's turn.
Well, hello. I'm Kenzie. As you guys know.
Gavin.
That's me.
Yeah.
The signal.
It's
Yeah.
not you.
What do you mean that's not him?
I'm
I was
not
kidding.
Gavin. Kenzie's on something today. That's perfect for our episode topic.
It is quite Gavin. Why don't you introduce the topic of the day, Gavin?
Pet peeves of women. Yeah, very controversial.
That's correct. We're going to be talking about pet peeves about women. What are some things about women that annoy us, irk us, or in other words, lower our opinions of them?
Wait,
so
how
to
is
speak.
Kenzie supposed to be a part of this?
I'm sure she
what?
has plenty of... She has, like, all male friends. So...
I don't have any friends, actually.
Ooh, damn, self-burn.
kidding.
That's rare.
The only friends I have is, like,
Wow.
you guys.
I thought
Precisely.
you were playing with
So
your
that means
friends.
you have...
And my
Like,
my girlfriends back in Spokane.
Well, they don't
I
count.
thought you were playing Marvel Rivals with your friends like a couple days ago.
Hmm?
I thought you were playing Marvel Rivals with your other friends a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's one of my girlfriends.
Oh.
And
I
her
didn't know you had any
boyfriend.
friends. Okay.
Anyway.
So,
We're gonna start the podcast off by asking how everyone's day was. Gavin.
oh, my day was quite swell, if I do say so myself. I'm not sick anymore because I was previously sick for like 3 days with a 104 degree fever.
104.
What was that?
104?
Yep, 104, and then the next
Dang.
night it was 103. So I was on death's door basically.
Death's door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Death has a
Doesn't know
door.
what that is, but-
You should have gone through it. I'm just kidding.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well, now we know who the
kidding.
rude one of the group is. Okay. Well, Trey, I would like to pass this on to you. How's your day been?
Mentally exhausting.
Why?
I get that.
Well, I had class. Also, am extremely tired.
I could tell.
And I also had to do a bunch of other stuff.
Poor Daddy Trey. I think a girl's interested in me.
Oh, I think a guy is interested in me with how you're talking.
I'll keep
Gavin, why don't you announce the big thing? You're,
Kenzie.
no,
Oh.
Oh,
you're
now it's
bro. What happened on the 13th? Or 15th, I mean.
13th?
Excuse me.
Oh, it was my
Wow.
birthday.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know that was the big thing we were talking about, but yeah, I'm an adult now. So
Yeah.
You guys can suck it. I'm not gonna talk to minors anymore because I'm not a minor anymore.
Didn't you talk to my little brother?
Yeah, but
Bro.
he called me daddy, so it's fine.
What?
What?
That's not better.
Mikey.
Not in my house.
No, he called me baby. Actually, never mind.
Not in my house.
Well, yeah, it wasn't in your house. It was at school.
Okay, we're gonna skip Kenzie and we're gonna go straight to the topic.
Yo, what?
You know that's valid.
That's crazy.
Now, why don't you go, Kenzie? Surprised you're
Talk
still
about
paying
my.
attention.
Okay, so I woke up woke up from a really weird dream. I had a baby, but the baby's head was deflated. And because the baby's head was deflated, it had a weird, like, weight balance, and I kept dropping it. And one of the times I dropped it, I tried to catch it, and it just ended up, like, spinning over and over and over again. It was a really weird dream.
I think it's.
You guys don't think that's weird?
It's a foretelling of.
Yeah, it's a dream.
You're not gonna be a good mother.
Hey, I think I'd be great. Just saying.
Excuse me. That was rude.
I don't know if your kid would turn out very well. I mean, after all, look at Milo.
Hey. Milo was great. I don't know what the hell you're talking
That
about.
was a rat bastard.
No, I'm sure that the kid would have a great father.
Bro.
Okay. Alright, I'm done. I think I'm done with insults for the day.
The day.
Mhm.
That's not Trey-like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, well, that'll change if I play Total War later. Then all the insults will be everywhere.
Okay. So we're moving on to the topic of the day, why don't we? Pet peeves about women. What are some things...
Can I go first?
You may go first, Trey.
Alright, my first pet peeve is that if they're men.
That is a true
Oh,
pet
that's
peeve.
sweet.
Yeah,
What the hell
I
does
don't
that
swing
even
that way,
mean?
bro.
You're not a very good...
I don't swing that way.
You're not a very good woman if you're a man. Just saying.
Yeah.
Dude, where is my team?
Kenzie, shut up.
What
Sorry.
did we talk about? What did we just talk about?
I said, where's my team?
Whatever. Yeah, I could agree with that.
He's talking about the paying attention, Kenzie. That's what he's talking about.
Mm.
Okay.
Do you mean in the
Okay.
context... Do you mean in the context that they're like traps?
Huh?
I mean, what other way?
What? I wasn't listening.
Do you mean in the context that they're actually traps? Like they're catfishing you or something?
Who's catfishing?
Like me?
Yeah.
No, I just don't like men. I'm just not gay.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah, me
Bro.
neither.
Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna have a woman, she better be a woman. You're saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Real?
I could see it.
Yeah, I don't fall in love with dudes.
For real.
So real.
Real. Gavin, what do you have for us?
Oh shoot. Let me think. It's a good one. When they have anger issues.
What do you mean?
Haven't any issues.
You be
Like
lazy mean. Anger issues, bro.
simple. They get angry easily, and
More-
they don't do anything to calm themselves down or have a way to recuperate. They just get angry at you or at anyone
Yeah.
nearby.
They're verbally violent,
Yeah.
Yes.
For like no
or
reason.
physically violent. Also, would be a problem as well.
Yeah, very.
Did you know that I think the percentage was like, hold on. How many domestic violence cases are lesbian?
Whoa.
43.8% of lesbian women have experienced physical violence, stalking, or rape by an intimate partner. That's insane. I'm just saying. I'm not like, I don't have anything against lesbians. I know a lot of lesbians.
It's okay.
feel like
That's
you're
like saying I have a back. That's like saying I have a black friend, bro. Dropping the N word.
No, that's different. I'm not calling anyone the dreaded F word. I would never. My mama told me that word is bad.
Yeah, it is a pretty bad word.
But I'd say that is a pet peeve of mine, is that 43.8% of lesbian relationships have domestic violence in them.
So your pet peeve is lesbians. Got it.
That's not what I said, bro. You are not Twitter. Shut up.
You're right. I'm X.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Twitter doesn't exist anymore.
You Elon Muskie. You Muskinite.
So sexy.
Has any of you guys actually been on X?
No.
Me neither.
No, bro.
Okay, continuing the topic though.
Kenzie, I guess it's your turn.
Yeah.
Pet peeve about women.
Does it
Shouldn't you
have
just,
to be
like-
about women?
Can't you just give like a pet peeve about like?
No, because I also
I guess.
have a topic on my list that's pet peeves about men.
Okay, pet peeve about woman is
Yep.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this as a woman.
What do you
Like, I
mean?
feel like I'm betraying other women by saying it.
Bro, it's okay. Friendly fire is enabled in this server.
Okay, I hate how a lot of women try to play victim, and it drives me insane.
Oh my gosh.
Real.
Bro, that's
Absolutely real.
yeah, that's real. Like in
You broke my makeup. Like, no, he didn't. That was the rat.
I've had I've had
my
some experiences with women like that.
Yeah, in past relationships especially, they were not kind to me. They antagonized me a lot. For unusually stupid things. That is a pet peeve. It's a good one.
Yeah.
But like I said, I feel like I'm betraying a women when I say that.
So what?
You're not women don't care, bro.
I
Yes,
guess.
they do.
Would you care if
They would care.
would you care if my mom said that?
No, because I agree with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like only people who... I don't know, I just think that there's a lot of girls out there who do that, and it's just something that I very much agree with.
There are too many.
Or sorry, disagree, not agree.
A pet peeve that I have about women is that they just come up with new things to be insecure about, like seemingly every day. Like about their physical bodies, like oh my goodness, my eyebrows are misaligned.
Okay, but that's
it's
real.
like 1 centimeter off, or like oh my goodness, my
Centimeters a lot, bro.
bro.
So what? I can say my
Yeah.
winter's small, and then they're like, no, that's not the same. Like, yes, it is. Get it?
And then there's like oh my gosh, my hip dips are so ugly.
Bro, shut up. No.
Or like
I don't
oh
know.
my
That's something that I relate to.
bro, I have hip dips.
But no, I mean like finding an insecurity, because in society, women, they're pretty much shamed if they don't look like perfection. But then if they do look perfect, everybody's like, "Oh, you've had work done. You do this, you do that. Like, just be natural."
Ooh, I've
I mean,
got a good pet peeve.
I'll save actually. I'll save that pet peeve for later. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Somebody
like
else there.
but like the classic insecurity is like, oh, I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but like saying you weigh too much, like I'm pretty sure
Have you seen my 600-pound life? Come on now. You're not one of them.
The statistic for people who have anorexia is the vast majority women, which I think is sad, because like, I mean, it's probably not their fault. It's just like society reforming the beauty standards, but it's sad because then they starve themselves, and like they cause all these sorts of medical issues because they think they're fat when they actually just look fine. It's sad.
Preach.
And then there's like, it's like, oh my gosh, my voice is so annoying. It's like, sure, it's true, but like, I'm not gonna say that. It's like, okay, listen. So, like, a lot of insecurities that women have, they're like, I mean, it's not for every case, of course, but like, the majority of the time, I feel like it's just to make themselves more attractive to men, when in reality, men don't give a shit about hip dips.
Well, at least, yeah. I mean, a lot of men don't. I mean, there are some men, obviously, but
Well, they're not worth their
like,
time
if you
anyway.
want a good man, they're not gonna care.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I don't give a shit.
What?
I think, like, my girlfriend, she's not exactly like what the common man would call like the professional beauty standards, but I think,
because I think she's so pretty.
yeah, I think she's like gorgeous. Me personally.
I think what's considered as like the beauty standard is stupid, because like a lot of times, I mean, it seems like it's gotten more flexible over the years, but for the longest time, I guess it was mostly just like unnatural, like proportions and stuff. Like that was the beauty standard. It's like the beauty standard was to be not natural, not like You know, because then there's all this like plastic surgery people would do just so they could try to meet that fucking standard. But realistically, it shouldn't be a standard because it's not human
I've
beauty. It's
seen
just
I've seen
fucking
this I've seen this
fake.
reel once of this woman. She was insecure about her neck, and like she didn't like how far out it went, I guess. So she spent like $15,000 to make her neck to make the skin on her neck go back so that her jaw would protrude, so that her jawline would show more. It's like, dude,
How interesting.
are you kidding me? $15,000
Damn.
went into making your chin jut out more. It's like you're wasting your money. There's no reason to do all that.
There's no reason to like make your chin like a fucking shovel, bro.
I mean, I didn't mention
Like-
the part about the video where a guy with literally a quadruple chin came up and he's like, "Dude, what the hell?" He's like, this is a 700-pound guy. He's like, "What?" That shit was
That kind
funny.
of just like that just goes literally just goes off of what I was talking about, like the beauty standard or whatever. It's just not like natural.
No, it's
Full
it's-
of crap. But like, really, I mean, at least in my opinion, I think more women that are more obviously like natural, you know. And people can hate me for saying this, but like, you know, lay off the makeup and stuff like that. That honestly, I find that more attractive because it means that they actually like.
and these are
really,
confident.
like, they care about
No.
they don't
No.
like.
Not all the time.
I don't like women that go out of their way to like change their appearance because of some standards that were created to make them think that how they look is unacceptable and that they need to look like, you know, a model or whatever.
For real.
But it's like, honestly, most of the time when I see like models and shit, like professional models, I don't even find them attractive. Most of the time I'm like,
No, the majority of models, I'm like, that's just like just gross. The way they look is just like, it makes me. They're unhealthy. They look unhealthy. They look unhappy.
It feels like it's not how people are supposed to look, and because it isn't. I mean, realistically, you're not supposed to be fucking. They're not supposed to be able to see your entire skeleton underneath your skin, bro.
For real.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right. Anyone else got one?
I got another one.
All right, let's hear it.
Like a pet peeve that I have is when like let's say sometimes there's a girl that's like, or woman or girl, you know, whatever, that's like has some chemistry with this like nice dude or whatever, but then her so-called friends or whatever try to do everything they can to stop that because they don't want to be like left behind or some shit like that. Like, you know how like if a girl's like single for a really long time and, you know, she doesn't have guys approaching her, and even if there's like this, and then there's like this really nice guy or something that approaches her friend, and then she like does everything she can to stop anything from happening.
Oh, the
And it's
fringe.
like, it's just like it's just like how a lot of women I've seen like with their fake friends, and they like try to prevent their friends from being happy so they feel better about themselves.
The fridge always has to protect the snacks.
That's so true.
Bro. I have a lot of things I could say, but you guys should probably talk
Do you have one,
so I
Gavin?
don't look weird.
Gavin?
Sorry. I was thinking. I feel like another pet peeve is when just people in general are controlling. This goes for both men and women. Like, or I guess a better one. No, this one's better. When they try to act like toxic to other people, just so then they think that they're attractive, but in reality it's not. Like, they think that toxicity is attractive.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like they mask, like they mask unkindness and toxicity with confidence a lot of the time, and it's like, yeah, girl, you slay queen, and it's just like, bro, you're just being an asshole.
Really? Not everybody's like that.
None of these cases are
obviously,
apply to everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there's just enough people that are like that to where it's kind of a problem, I guess.
Do you have another one, Kenzie?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just piggybacking off of what's already been said, that when, like, women get work done, or
Yep. Mm-hmm.
they,
Okay.
and this is the part where I kind of, like, disagree. I wish women didn't wear as much makeup, but it's not just, like, in my case, it's not because I'm confident in the way I look, it's because I'm lazy. And makeup is expensive.
Yeah, that
Which is
too.
fair. It's like, I mean, my thing with like what bothers me about women with makeup is the ones that, like, women who hate themselves when they're not wearing makeup. You know, it's
They
like
think they think
they
like
think they're hideous or something,
they
and they
think-
need makeup, but really the makeup is just covering up what's really there, and that's what I want to see is who that person really is, and
I think
not
there's some
the
fucking
fucking facade.
Medusa without 600 pounds of makeup.
You know.
Yeah, I
Also,
hate when they
if I
have
have-
like 600 pounds of makeup.
If I get like married or something, I don't want to have to. Let's say I'm the one making money. Let's say I don't want to buy hundreds of dollars worth of makeup for my wife.
Seriously, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Keep me the fuck away from that, please.
And plus, I've seen a pretty good amount of women who I just look are just more like beautiful when they don't wear makeup. Because I don't look at, well, I don't want a fucking doll, you know, like the typical fucking thing that.
When you put enough makeup on, it starts
I
to
don't
look.
want my woman to look like. I don't want to see women that look like they're fucking like Barbie dolls or some shit. It's ridiculous. I mean,
You put on
it's
enough
like I want to
makeup,
see
it
them
starts
as
to
people, bro.
starts to look like they're
Can I say
like
pet peeve about a
uncanny.
man?
Sure.
Fine.
When they
allow
say
it.
they like a natural woman, but then literally everything that they like is not a natural woman.
What do you mean?
Like, they say they like natural women, but they don't know what a real natural woman looks like.
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I've seen a woman in the wild in her natural habitat.
No, most of the time they
It's
don't,
Walmart.
though, and then they just think that the person's ugly or not
Yeah,
as
and
attractive
yeah.
as they could be, and
That's definitely something that I've seen with a lot of men and stuff. They act like, oh, I like natural and shit, but like they don't. And it's just like, me personally, I do, because like most of the girls I've been around that like, you know, I found I actually did find more attractive when they didn't wear makeup. Like if they were like they didn't wear makeup very often, you know, and then when they did wear makeup, it was just like in my mind I'm just like I prefer it when she didn't, because I thought she looked better and stuff, and it's just like I don't know. But yeah, there are definitely a lot of men that I've seen that are bullshitting.
I'm gonna get canceled for saying that.
Bro, freaking sniper. Team Fortress, bro.
Bowl of piss.
If only
I
wasn't
don't like how they mask their feelings a lot.
Oh
So
my God.
like they say like you
Yeah,
ask them like
that's
hey, are
something
you doing okay? Like are you good? And they say I'm fine. And then you ask like and then you're like, "Oh, well that doesn't sound very genuine." It's like, "Okay, I'm going to ask further." It's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And then it's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then like you can keep going like that and they're not going to tell you shit about what's going on. I hate that.
Yeah.
Just be honest with me,
Yeah.
and I can try to provide some reassurance or I could try to help in some way.
Yeah, I've got something that's kind of built off of that. Like, sort of, it's kind of the thing of like me trying to help, because I've been around many women who are like, they pretty much like, talk about like what's going on with their lives and shit, and like stuff they having a hard time with, right? And then if I don't say anything, like if I don't try to offer help or whatever, they just act, they're like, why aren't you listening or whatever? But then when I do, they just kind of like brush me off, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like the mixed, it's just the whole thing about like mixed signals. It's just like, why don't you just be honest with me, I guess, you know?
I don't know. Sometimes, like, I don't know. Like, in my case, I don't like talking about my feelings.
Which is fair, but like if someone like talks about their feelings, and then if you don't, and they expect a response, and then if you don't give one, they like, it's like the thing that I have a problem with is like, if you're sharing your feelings, don't get mad at me when I help, and don't get mad at me if I don't help. It's like, pick one, you know. If you want me to help, me help. If you don't want me to help, then
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
don't ask for me to help, essentially.
Slay, Trey, slay.
Another pet peeve is if there was a woman that was literally Gavin, like just like Gavin, but a woman. That would be horrible.
Alrighty, fuck you then.
That's a weird one.
Dude, I would
Honestly,
be so
that is
cute
pet
as well.
peeve.
Bro, if there was like a gender bent Big Four where they were all women,
Oh, God.
we'd have like the biggest war. We win, but
Bro,
like
my titties would be large.
Bro.
Just saying.
Bro, you'd have indented titties, bro. I see your fucking... you're missing part of your chest there, bro.
Yeah, you're right. My fault, gang.
Bro, fuck, I'd probably be fat, bro. I mean, I don't consider myself fat, but I sure as hell ain't fucking in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm a big dude.
No.
Oh, that reminds me of another fucking pet peeve I have. It's not weight, but it's I don't like when women judge guys straight only like solely off of their like height. Like, oh, they see a guy and he's what, 5'10", and then instantly, you know, like, nope,
that
he's
is
not worthy.
that's the
or
most
whatever.
shallow
And it's like-
Put 'em
you
on a
could
scale.
possibly
Put 'em-
be.
put 'em on a
What do
scale.
they have to be?
And it's like there
5'10"
shouldn't be.
tall.
I mean, you can have a taste. You can have like taste and height, but don't go out of your way to just like frickin' slam the hammer down on those people who who don't meet that. I mean, like, and it's not like, oh, some people would be like, well, you're probably short, and that's why you're saying it. I'm not a fucking short dude. I'm not a short king, you know.
No,
And it's
no.
like, it still bothers me because like there's all these women that are like, oh, he's got to be at least 6 foot, and it's just like, even as me being over those fucking requirements, it still bothers me because it's just like, my homeboy over here is 5'10", and you don't like him because he's not 6 foot, and it's just like, even if like,
5'10" is
you know,
really tall.
I know, but there's a lot of
those are
women that
6-foot tall guys.
are like, oh, he has to be minimum 6 foot, which is what I don't like.
It's
like,
extremely shallow
know-
and annoying.
Yeah, I feel like getting a scale out and saying, weigh yourself. I want to see if my woman is chunky or if she's not, you know, and then people get
I was
offended
gonna
by
get
that.
canceled.
No, that's not
Yeah,
gonna
you're-
get canceled. That's called being fair.
I definitely feel like
it's like the
there
whole
has
thing
to
of,
be a certain amount of like attractiveness. So if you're just starting out like dating and you don't spend time like as friends first getting to know them, attractiveness does play a huge role in that.
But
yeah,
this
no, but I'm
but
just like,
I
there's a
think
lot of these. I've seen a lot of women be like, "Oh, he's really nice and he's so cool and he's like stuff, but he's too short." Like, that's what I mean. Is like, there's like there's enough reasons for them to like the dude, but then they just rule it out because of his height, and it's just like, well, it's not his fault that he's fucking short, and it's like, this might be the perfect dude for you, but then he's 2 inches too short, and you just gonna throw him in the trash can, pretty much.
here's
That's
a
what bothers
here's a
me.
very very similar pet peeve I have. Zodiac signs.
Oh,
Fuck that
Oh,
shit, bro.
fair.
Fuck that
No.
shit. That shit's
It's
so
like,
annoying.
if you like zodiac signs, that's fine, but like, don't say, oh, well, since you're like, before actually trying to know someone, it's like, oh, like me, I'm a Cancer or whatever, and
If
so
you're
a lot of
Aries,
people,
I'm not
so
gonna
a
keep
lot
it.
of
Yeah, I
I've
don't
heard a
know.
lot of women say, oh, Cancers are annoying and fucking loud and shit, and I'm just like, oh, I ain't like that, so it's like, why? But you just assume that I am, and then, oh, it's just like, if you don't judge someone just because when they were born. I mean, it's like you
Seriously.
can like zodiacs, like I mean, it's kind of cool to like. When I first
guess-
learned that like about zodiacs, it's like, oh, you're a Cancer. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. But I'm not gonna be like, well, since this person's like, I don't know, like a Scorpio or something, I can't get along with them because they're a Scorpio. That's stupid.
It
It's
is
like,
stupid.
I'd still just give them a fucking chance. Don't like. It's just another thing of just judging on something that's not like
They're
has
just-
nothing to do
they're
with the
just,
actual
like-
person
For
who they
girls
are.
for girls who do that, like, it's annoying. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you guys also have to remember, like, that is a religion for some people.
That's fair, but like,
I mean, I hate people who like do that shit who are not part of the religion. They just do it because it's like popular.
yeah,
That's
and
something
it's
that
also
I hate.
yeah, especially those people that will do it because they just want to label people because
Yeah.
they just like to judge people and shit. So they feel like, oh, let's do this because well, here's something they can't do anything about. So we're gonna. I was like, oh, this guy's a Scorpio, He could be the nicest dude you've ever met, and it's like, well, he's an asshole. He's gonna cheat on you or something. It's like that's stupid.
That is fucking dumb.
Like, have some class, bruh.
For real.
Yeah.
Another thing I hate is when they expect you to always be the one paying when you go out to eat or something.
Ooh, I got something to go off of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It's like what me and my girlfriend do, or what we try to do most of the time anyways, is that I pay for one meal and then she's gonna pay for the next one. And we go back and forth
Yeah,
like that.
that's what David and
And
I
I think
do.
yeah, it's perfectly fine. It works.
Especially
what
if
the-
you're both fucking have a job. It's just
Yeah,
like, what's
we're
wrong
both
with one
we're
of
both
you guys
adults and
rotating,
we both have
bro?
we both have money. There's no reason to not do that. It should be the standard, but instead the standard is, oh well, I mean, why don't you pay? Because you're
Yeah, it's like
the guy.
you're the guy.
I feel like
You have to
girls,
provide for
I think
me.
It's like the first date, the guy what I like to do, or like sort of tagging off of that is like for like first dates, if the guy asks the girl out, then he pays. But if the girl asks the guy out, then maybe she pays.
I think yeah, because well, here's like with the girl thing asking a guy out. Well, I've seen many women who will go on a date just to get a free meal, So they'll go on like an expensive thing. And so
I
if the girl
hate
asks
that
the
shit,
guy,
dude. It's so
let's say a girl
sad.
asks the guy on a date to a 5-star restaurant, she better fucking pay. It's like because
She
if
better
she
at least
makes
pay
him
for her
pay,
half.
because after she asked him. It's just like after she asked him, if she should at least pay her half. Don't expect him to pay for her. And it's like it's because some women, and I don't know if men do this. I'm assuming there are men who do this. I haven't personally seen it, but they're pretty much there's like definitely is. But like same with the men, it's just like don't fucking be the person who goes on a date just to score a free meal.
It's so sad. Cause like I don't know how other guys are, but like when I go on a date with someone when I go on a date with someone, I'm there to learn more things about them. I'm there to discover their interests, learn what they're like, and have a good time with them. I'm not if you're just trying to mooch off of me and get a fucking $90 steak that I'm paying for just for the hell of it, like that's stupid, dude. It just pisses me off that because like a lot of guys think the same way of me, like they want something genuine there, and then the opposite party just like doesn't even consider that option, and they just fuck off and do their own thing.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I mean, something that I have on the meal thing. It's not paying. This is something else with the meals. Is like going on a date or whatever. It's like It's just there's like I don't know. I think the thing about like judging on a place as well is just ridiculous. Like I remember seeing like there's just a random ass reel that I saw like I don't know a couple of years ago probably, and I still just kind of remember it. I don't know if it was fake or not. It probably was since it was all on camera. But this girl was like, "Oh, this guy takes her to Cheesecake Factory for a first date." Okay, so like they found each other on a dating website or something, right? And they fucking, and then he was taking her to Cheesecake Factory, and she's like, pretty much saying he's broke and shit, and just like your broke ass taking me to Cheesecake Factory instead of like a 5-star restaurant or whatever. It's just like
Yeah, that's fucked up.
that's ridiculous. I mean, especially even on like a first date too is even worse because they don't fucking, especially on like that situation, they don't fucking really know each other that well. That's why they're going on a date, especially if they found each other on a dating app. They weren't friends beforehand or anything. They just kind of found someone, you know, and it's just like the expectation of being treated like a royalty is kind of stupid. It's like it's not fair, and then people will go out of their way to demean the other person because they're not throwing their entire paycheck at them.
Seriously.
Oh, and I also have another one on food.
Oh, I was
I have
going
another
outside.
one on. I have another one on dates as well. It's when what bothers me is if I take a girl on a date and she orders like let's say just some fries. She hasn't eaten anything like let's say like pretty much the whole day or something, and she just orders fries, and it's like I know she would eat more, you know, if it wasn't a date. It's just like, but she's trying to like eating less because it's
She
a
doesn't-
date and she doesn't want to look like.
That's the
know.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't do that to yourself. It's like if I'm taking you on a date, I'm not taking you there for me to eat and then you just to sit there. It's meant to be you get a meal, like we have, you know, conversation over a nice meal and shit, you know. It's like don't it's like they like look at themselves poorly or whatever because they think they might look fat or something. It's just like nah, it's not healthy for one thing, and it also makes me feel awkward as well because if I order a meal, then it's just like
Yeah, I feel like the whole like worrying about being fat, like I want to be with someone who's like who doesn't care. Like they're like, yeah, I want to be fat and happy. Like, man,
Wow.
that's the dream.
I mean I would like personally like I would like an active girl because I like I mean she doesn't have to be freaking track star or some shit like that, but like I like to go hiking, I like to go to the gym and shit, you know. So obviously I don't want someone who just stuffs their face and is just like, well, I'm fat and I don't care. It's just like you gotta take care of yourself still.
Slay, yeah.
Does anyone have any others? Because I have like the ultimate pet peeve that I have about
Okay.
women.
I'm
I
good.
could probably go on for hours, so you should probably go.
All right. So, my biggest pet peeve about women is it's something that actually genuinely scares me as a man. Is that women have a lot of power socially. For example, on a smaller scale, it's like they'll be a hypocrite. They'll like hit you, like physically hit you, and then they say that you can't hit them back because they're a woman and you can't hit women. And it's like,
it's like they argue for equality, but not the bad parts of equality.
So it's like, well, you hit me, so you know I'm not gonna actually hurt you, but like, don't hit me. And they're like, well, I can do it all I want because what are you gonna do? You gonna hit me back? And it's like, it's outrageous. It's you can't think that way. It's stupid. And then they could use that power in a lot more ways than just physical hits. They can like they like something that I've personally seen one of my friends. It happened to one of my friends that I know personally, and I don't normally talk about it. I haven't really told anyone actually, but you know, I'm gonna just keep it vague. But like one of my friends was accused of essaying someone,
Oh hell no.
and I know that they never did anything. I know for a fact that they never did anything to anyone, and now they're serving prison time.
Oh hell no.
Wow.
Just because the woman didn't like them,
Oh hell
they
no.
were
it's like
they
it's
accused
kinda
them
like the
of that. So now they're
it kind
serving
of
jail
relates to
time.
the victim thing earlier. It's like they
it's
play that victim card, and well, for a lot of cases in women, it's a lot easier for them to get away with playing the victim.
it is
than a
it's
man.
it's disgusting. But if that shit happens to a guy, it's like no one cares. It's like okay, it's like oh the women's gonna win anyway. It's
Mhm.
it's unbalanced and it doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
You gotta patch that, like seriously.
Yeah, I've seen like I've a big one too. It's like just the whole thing about like women. A lot of women are. It's it's easy to get away with things, and like I've seen I've actually seen this in person before. Like a guy I knew, his girlfriend cheated on him, right?
Oh hell no.
And then she's like, "Oh, it was just a thing," and all the girls were like, "Well, she's got needs, and shit." And there's a lot of girls that were like, "Oh, she's got needs. She has the right to do that." It's like clearly you weren't giving it to her or
It's
whatever,
like, bro.
and shit like that. And then it's like women are a lot of times can get away with things that men can't. Like I've never known any guys that like cheated on a girl. I don't know, at least that I know of, But if they would have, it'd be like, oh, he's a horrible man. He
He's
should
a
go to jail
bastard.
or something like that. And it's just like he's a bastard and shit. And it's like, I don't know. It's just there's like this toxic like community of women that like pretty much support other women doing things that are just wrong.
It's disgusting.
And it's too much of a thing in like today's age, I guess. It's like it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like there's this whole thing there's like all these pushes that women are like, oh, equality and stuff. We want equality.
That's not equality.
But then it's like they actually mean to push it so far over that it's just they just reverse what I guess used to happen, back in the old days, like let's say, when it used to be like, oh, men had way more power and rights and shit than women, which is like, yeah, obviously that was a thing that happened, but it's not really like that much anymore. I mean, sure, there's still some places like that, but then there's too many women that try to push it in the opposite direction to where pretty much women hold all the power, women have all the rights, and men have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
Holy cow.
it's too far.
Yeah. The
Honestly, slay, yeah.
the extremist feminism is something that genuinely frightens me, honestly, because it's like it's almost like a cult. Extremist feminism. It's like kill all men. Like we can be self-sufficient. We can use bone marrow sperm or whatever. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to live my life, bro.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
it's like-
I think extremism of anything is bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not just fun.
I mean, extremism of SpongeBob is not bad,
Bro.
but
I mean,
Well, it depends how extreme they go.
like extremist fishing, like I mean, they're pretty chill.
I think it's
like-
bad though.
Extremist sandwich
more-
making.
The more like, I guess, the thing that makes the whole like extreme feminism like scary is that there's a lot of examples now that show the extreme feminism working, and it's like, that's scary, dude.
It is scary.
Like, I'm worried that I'll find a girl and I end up falling
Are
in
you
love with her, and
kidding
then
me?
the whole time she's just playing me, right? And then I get convicted of, I don't know, rape or something, and I
Murder.
lose even though I didn't do anything wrong.
It is
And
a
then I just kind of,
constant fear.
my life is ruined.
Another
That's
example of
part-
this would be, were you done talking?
I had one more thing to say.
Okay.
That's part of the reason why, like, I'm not active in, like, the dating scene is, like, I'm too concerned that something like that's gonna happen that I'm not gonna bother. I'd rather just be fucking alone, I guess, you know, it's like, than risk being in jail for something I didn't do, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm done.
Okay. So another thing, you know, like an offset of that is, like, it's like some women say like, oh, I have to live in constant fear of like a man attacking me and like doing stuff to me and crap.
Bro.
And it's
We
like I would
definitely
rather
do.
take a bear. It's like I would take the bear over the man,
I would take a bear over the man.
bro.
No, you wouldn't.
What if that man was David?
What if the
Well-
bear was?
Oh, well.
What if the bear was a cub
I would take the cub. They're
over
so cute.
David?
Oh yeah.
Damn,
No.
don't do my boy dirty like that.
God damn it.
Anyway, they're like they say all this, and then they just act like men don't have to live in a similar kind of fear. It's not exactly the same, but like say you're in the gym, right? And there's a woman working out in front of you, right? They're gonna have their phone set up for somewhere
That's
purely
the thing that I hate. I hate that.
purely
You
Just
Right.
walk
for the
you
chance.
walk by and then you get accused as being a pervert, bro.
Seriously, it's like,
Roundhouse kick
and
right
then you're famous on the internet for being a gym pervert, and it's disgusting. It's like I'm just trying to fucking work out here, and you're like saying that I'm staring at your ass.
Roundhouse kick.
That's
right to the
why-
jaw.
That's why I'm like, that's why I don't fucking go to public gyms, bro. It's just like I'll go out of my way to not go to a public gym. I'll either work out at home or go to like my college gym because usually it's not that busy, right? But and like, even then though, I'm hesitant about going to even just the college gym because I know there's a lot of women in my college that are questionable in that kind of like sense, you know. Because I mean, well, this college isn't exactly known for, you know, upstanding students, I guess. You know, it's a lot more questionable people who somehow scraped by high school and got in. I mean, I think the graduation percentage is like 40% or some shit,
Thanks.
Yikes.
which is partly in due because, well, I mean, it's kind of hard because you get a lot of work and for like, I mean, you spend a lot of your day doing work and shit for college, which is at pretty much every college, right? But like,
Unless
it's
they're rich and their
partly
parents
due
pay
to
for it.
that. It's partly due to it being a little harder, but I know that a large portion of it's not because most of the people I met like last year and shit when I was like living in the dorms were fucking delinquents, bro. It's like they just would always just go out drinking and be fighting each
Me.
other and shit, and it's just like it's
Yeah,
like
man.
these people, there's no reason for them to be in a college setting. It's just like it's like it's amazing that they even made it through high school, but well, most of the
Damn.
time high schools don't really care that much. I guess.
No, they don't care.
So it's kind of just like, bruh. I usually don't go around campus very much anymore unless I have to, like for class, just because of the people that are on campus.
We got any more pet peeves before I end this episode off?
No.
I think I'm good.
Not anymore that I want to talk about.
Excellent. Thank you for listening to this episode. I don't really know what else to say. I want to do an outro, like a proper outro that isn't just me saying that I love my mom.
You gotta.
See, what you do is you record the episode.
I gotta play some-
and
I
then
gotta
you
play
just
some
record
royalty
an
hold
outro
on.
separately.
I gotta play some royalty-free music.
No, play some
Like Xenogenesis.
Okay.
But it's like usually you just at least what I would do is finish
This
this
is a
and then just make
certified
the outro
hood
separate.
classic.
No, it's not.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. I love you, Mom.
Love you,
Love
Mikey.
you, Mom. Love you, Mom.
Trey.
Did you smell? What was that?
Trey.
No, I was finishing a yawn, bro. tired,
why
bro.
don't you say the line, Trey?
Mm-hmm. What line?
The line. Say the line, bro.
Say
Say what
damn
line?
We don't have to do this every episode.
Huh?
We could just make it easy on each other.
Bro, we always do this every episode.
There's no reason to.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Just say it.
Yep.
Say it, bro.
Bro, this is kind of my thing though. It's just making it so you have to just beg me to say it, bro.
I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not getting on my hands and knees, bro.
Come here,
Do
big
it.
boy.
No.
Not even for Trey?
I would spank it for Trey.
What the
No.
fuck?
Bro, shut the fuck up, Gavin.
No.
I think you
guys
should just
are
end the
hating
episode.
on me.
like
You
this.
don't want to hear the
No, not until you say it,
Bad
Trey.
comment, bro.
Trey,
So,
just say it. Been going on for 54 minutes now.
Mhm.
Trey,
Dude,
for
runtime
fuck's
is
sake.
important.
We've got enough
an
runtime.
hour, bruh.
We're not going to an hour for you to say it.
Oh, we will.
There's no reason to. Just say it. I will fucking
I'm just
edit
getting
in a
runtime,
past.
bro. Isn't that what you want?
I'll edit in a past
Runtime
line
is
of
good
you
for
saying
the
it.
algorithm, bro.
What algorithm? I'm not monetized.
Yeah, well, maybe you will someday.
Well, until then, you should say it.
Say what? Can you demonstrate?
I already did.
Can you demonstrate it again? I
Yes.
need
The demonstration will begin now. I love you, Mom. Thank you
Love
so
you,
much for
Mikey.
being
Yeah, but
the best mother
she's.
and inspiring
She's
me
not
to
my
make the
mom, though.
podcast.
Holy
But how
fuck,
should I
say
say
the
it since
damn
she's not
line.
my mom? You know?
You say love you,
She
Mikey.
is your mom.
I need a fucking line.
Is she?
I'm pretty sure she's the closest thing to a second mom that you could have.
That is true.
I mean, if my dad was a woman, that'd be the closest thing.
Bro.
Well, your dad's not a woman.
You
Is
don't know
he?
that. Jeez. Maybe he identifies as a woman. I
Oh,
don't
excuse me. She's still not your mom.
know. Wow. Jeez.
Not every mom has to be a woman, bro. Are you being uninclusive?
Yes. Alright, have we
Gross.
reached an hour yet?
No.
Bro,
So what's
just
that?
say yes, Mikey. What do you mean no?
What do you mean yes?
What's going on with this?
You should have just, yeah, Gavin's right. You should have just said that you did reach an hour.
I'm cutting all of this out. I hope you know that.
No, you're not.
Why?
You never cut anything out.
I'm cutting the
I
last
think
56
more,
minutes
there's
out.
there's more times of you saying I'm gonna cut that out than actual things being cut out.
Dude, you don't know that? You don't know my editing process.
Yes, I do. You don't have one.
I do,
Yeah,
bro.
you
I
literally
do.
upload it as is.
I,
Your
s-
editing is just if you say something you don't want.
I
on the
say it for the
podcast,
I
that's
say
only
it for the bit. I say it because it's fun. It's a running joke.
I
It's a
think that's-
gag.
I think, yeah, and my running joke is making you wait.
There's no reason to do that.
He's fine. Fine, I'll do it in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes,
Bro, just fucking end it, bro.
bro. I have other things to do.
Like what?
Then why are you making? Then why are you waiting for me to say it?
Just okay. Wait.
You're just
ready?
you're just
Ready?
trapping
Okay, wait.
yourself.
Shut up.
in.
Shut up.
You're trapping yourself, bro.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you, Mom. Now you can. Okay. Now you can make that voice recording into Trey's voice. You're welcome. It's genius. I know.
I'm gonna make AI. I'm gonna make an AI voiceover of Trey, and I'm gonna make him say some crazy shit.
There, I said it. You happy? I said
Some
it. You're
crazy
happy.
shit. I didn't
said
hear
what?
anything.
I didn't hear shit actually.
I
My
didn't hear
mic must have
anything.
cut out.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
how
crazy.
convenient,
So
bro.
you know you
Dude,
gotta say it again.
Dude, I'm having sound problems, bro.
Bullshit. I know you heard that shit, Trey.
Convenient.
Trey, unmute yourself right now. Trey.
Just end the fucking clip.
Bro, I'm
Holy
literally
God.
not even muted.
Then say it. So we can all leave and not talk to each other for another week.
Why wouldn't we talk to each other for another week?
Because that's clearly what
Well,
Trey
actually,
wants.
Mikey, you said that you're gonna play Total War with me, so.
Well, then say it so that we can get to Total War instead of standing here arguing.
Well, I haven't figured out what faction I'm gonna play as yet, so.
What the fuck, dude? You can decide that
I'm
after
just,
we're done with the episode.
procrastinating, bro. But I thought we were already done with the episode.
We've reached an hour of the episode now.
Oh my gosh.
Just say
Are
it.
you sure?
Yes.
Fine. Love you, Mikey's mom.
Bye.
I was gonna like suck you off for you just